Okay, so let's look at some examples on FET biasing. So first question is this problem. 2 volt negative positive 1 mega ohm resistor, Ig current flowing through this FET, Id is the current flowing through this branch, 2 kilo ohm resistor, 10 volt supply, ground. Okay, this will be similar to Id only because Ig will be 0. Given that IDSS is 4.5 milliampere, Vp, which is pinch of voltage, is given as minus 5 volt. Okay, you have to calculate the value of VGS. So applying KVL, so solution starts from here. So Ig will be equal to 0. Okay, Ig into 10 to the power 6, that is voltage drop across this resistance will be 0, and Vg is minus 2 volt because of this guy, and source is connected to ground, so Vg will be equal to minus 2, Vs is equal to 0, and so VGS will be minus 2 volt. Okay, once you get the value of VGS, you can apply the FET equation for current, IDSS into 1 minus VGS divided by VGS cutoff whole square. IDSS is given as 4.5 milliampere, 1 minus VGS is this, and Vp is this square. You calculate it, you will get 1.65 milliampere current. Okay, once you get the value of current, you have to you had to calculate the value of VGS, so you have already calculated, but the current is this, and if you want to calculate the voltage across these two nodes, VDS, that also you can calculate, because now you know the value of current. So that is 10 minus 2 kilo ohm into 1.62 milliampere, which is this current, minus VDS is equal to 0. Output KVL I have applied. So VDS will be 10 minus 2 into 1.62. The 10 minus the drop across this resistance, which is 6.76 volt. So this is extra stuff. Okay, this is extra stuff. Only we are asked to calculate the value of VGS. Okay. Okay, so let's look at another example. For the circuit shown, calculate the operating point VGS and ID. This is 2 kilo ohm resistor, 10 volt supply. This is depletion MOSFET. IDSS is 5 milliampere, Vp is equal to minus 5 volt, 1 mega ohm resistor, 10 kilo ohm resistor. Okay, so this is self bias. So when you solve this, so what you will get is you can see here, Ig you can directly take equal to 0. Okay, here Ig is 0, means the drop across mega ohm resistor is also 0, Vg is connected to 0, Vs is Id into 10 to the power 3. So VGS will be minus 10 to the power 3 Id. Now apply the current equation. Id is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS divided by VGS cutoff whole square. Plug the value here of VGS, and let if you will consider ID in milliampere, it will be easier to solve. Okay, it will reduce the calculation. That's the reason we are taking ID in milliampere. So what will happen, you can see here, VGS will become minus ID. If you will plug the value here, you will get a simpler equation, 5 minus ID divided by 5 whole square. If you will solve the equation, you will get quadratic equation, you can see here. Okay, so mind you, the current you will get in milliampere. Okay, so now if you will solve this equation, ID square minus 15 ID plus 25 is equal to 0, you will get ID is equal to 13.09 milliampere and ID is equal to 1.90 milliampere. Okay, so ID should be less than IDSS, because we know the curve is look like this, right? That is how the curve will look like for depletion MOS. So it should be, and we work in this region because the Vp is negative, So the maximum value will be IDSS, so the current should be less than IDSS only, and IDSS is 5 milliampere. So you can take only one out of two currents. You will choose which one? 1.90 milliampere, because it should be less than IDSS for negative value of VGS. And we have seen this, that we choose the lesser one, the lesser value. Okay, for any value of VGS, the ID should be less than IDSS. Okay, because in that region only we work in depletion region, depletion MOSFET, and ID will be chosen as 1.90 milliampere. From here you can calculate VGS, which is ID into 10 power 3. Mind you, the value we get, whatever you will solve the equation, you will get 1.90. By default you will assume milliampere, because previously we have put the value of VGS in volts. VGS in previously we have considered in ID milliampere. So by default you will apply milliampere here. Once you will get the value of ID, you will get the value of VGS. Again, if you will use both the currents, you can compare that VGS will be minus 13.09 volt and VGS is equal to minus 1.9 volt. VGS cannot be less than minus 5 volt, you can see, because the pinch off voltage is only minus 5 volt. You are somewhere here. Okay, that is when you will consider this case. If you will consider this case, minus 1.9, which will be somewhere here, so you will get some current. Here you won't get any current. So this is another way of checking. Either you check by current, either you check by VGS value. Okay, it should not be less than pinch off voltage. And you can see in this case it is less than minus 5. In this case it is greater than minus 5. Okay, so I hope you got the checking, how to check which value is taken. Either you check the voltage or either you check the current. Okay, so you can see the Q points will be now minus 1.9 volt comma 1.9 milliampere, which will be somewhere here. Okay, and you can see the other guy is here, sitting here, and that's the reason. So it is beyond minus 5 volt, so that is the reason this is ignored and this is taken. Okay, so now let's move on to the next example in the continuation, which is voltage bias. You can see this enhancement type is there. Okay, given quantities are ID on 5 milliampere, VGS on 6 volt, VTH is 2 volt. This is 400 kilo ohm, this is 100 kilo ohm, this is 2 kilo ohm, this is 1 kilo ohm, and this is 15 volt. So the first thing what you will do is you have to calculate VD, VS and VG. VG, VS, VD. Okay, so first thing you calculate this part into Thevenin equivalent. So you write 15 and 100k, that is this guy, divided by 100k plus 400k, that is 500k. So you will get 15 divided by 5, which is 3 volt. So value of VTH you have got. Okay, once you got the value of VTH, you can also calculate the value of RTH, that is these two parallel resistances. Okay, that I'll show next. So we'll okay, so here you can see a minute, I think I made a mistake. Let me check. Oh, this is this folder. Okay, okay, so you can see here, I will zoom in. So RTH is now here, you can calculate the value of RTH, and VTH is 3 volt. So if even if you will calculate the value of RTH, that doesn't matter, because the drop across this will be 0. Since the value of IG is 0, so there is no point of calculating the value of RTH, and automatically IG becomes the value of VTH. And Vs is ID into 10 to the power 3 here, and VGS will be 3 minus ID into 10 to the power 3. Again assume ID in milliampere so that the calculation will be easy. So VGS will become 3 minus ID. Okay, so now if you will move on, what you will get is, substitute the value of VGS in ID, that is here. If you will put the value, remember it is enhancement type, so that's the reason ID is equal to K into VGS minus VTH whole square. So K will be ID on divided by VGS on minus VTH whole square. All the quantities are given: 5 milliampere, 6 volt, 2 volt square. So you will get 5 by 16 millivolt ampere per volt square, that is the value of K. If you plug the value, ID will be 5 by 16, 3 minus ID, that is this value, minus 2, which is VGS threshold square. If you will solve, so if you will solve, then you will get again quadratic equation, that is this guy, and you can see you will get two values, 5 milliampere and 0.2 milliampere. Okay, now which one you will choose? Once you will get the value of ID, you can calculate the value of VGS. Okay, VGS will be this 3 minus ID. So 3 minus ID will be 3 minus ID in this case will be minus 2, and 3 minus ID in this case will be plus 2.8 volt. Okay, so remember this is enhancement type MOSFET, so VGS has to be positive, and that's the reason you will cancel this guy. Okay, so VGS has to be positive, so we will consider this case. Once you get the value of VGS and ID you have got, you can calculate the value of VG. Okay, no, VG is anyway given, yeah, VG is anyway given, which is equal to VTH here. Vs is ID into 10 to the power 3, ID value you have, you plug the value and you will get 0.2 volt. So Vs is calculated, VG is calculated, only remaining thing is VD. Okay, and this can be calculated by applying KVL in the output loop. Okay, so minus 15 plus VD plus 2K ID. Okay, the potential, this part KVL. So minus 15 plus VD, that is potential with respect to this point, and ground we are calculating. Okay, VD means with respect to ground, so this will be ground, and from this point, this here, this is VD. I'll remove it, I'll show again. So this point is VD, and from here to here we are calculating. Okay, VD, that is what VD means. And what VS means? VS means this point to this point, ground. Okay, similarly what VG means? VG means from this point to ground. That is what we are calculating. So we have got two values. Third value VD is 15 and then minus the drop across this 2 kilo ohm. So you will get 14.6 volts. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now again we will move on. Let's look at again next question. So in continuation we will see. So this is the fourth question. Voltage bias again. So 20k, this is R, this is 2k, this is 1.5k, 12 volt. Okay, this is a JFET. You can see VD is given to you 6 volt, VGS is given to you is minus 1.5 volt. For the circuit shown, calculate the required value of R such that VD will be equal to 6 volts and VGS will be minus 1.5 volt. Okay, that is what it is given here. So quickly we will solve. So if we will solve, so this circuit, if you will see, first thing what you will do is you replace it with VTH and RTH. Anyway, RTH is not required, so we only VTH will be calculating, which is 12 R divided by 20k plus R. And if you will calculate the value of ID, you can directly calculate because the value of VD is given to us. Okay, so the voltage difference between these two divided by the current divided by this resistor will be the current. Okay, 12 minus VD divided by 2k, which is 12 minus 6 divided by 2k, that is 6 divided by 2k, that is 3 milliampere. Okay, once you get the current across this branch 3 milliampere, that will be the same current here flowing. Okay, so you can calculate the drop across this as well. And okay, so now let's move on. So you have the value of ID and VTH. VTH is this big expression and ID is 3 milliamperes. Okay, so now let's see. So Vs will be now ID into 1.5k. ID is 3 milliampere, 1.5k, 4.5 volt. That is Vs. VGS will be Vg minus Vs. You have the value of Vs and you have the value of VGS, that is VTH. So Vg you will calculate as minus 1.5 plus 4.5 volt. Vg will be 3 volt. And you know that Ig is 0, so drop across RTH will be 0, so Vg will be equal to VTH. Sorry, I have made a mistake. I said Vg is equal to VTH here, but the VGS is equal to VTH here, but VGS value is given to us. Okay, that is 1.5 minus 1.5. It is given to us. From there we calculated Vg, and Vg is equal to VTH. So once you have the value of VTH, that is Vg, which is this guy, you can plug the value here in this expression. So what you will get is this 3 will be equal to 12R divided by R plus 20, which is R plus 20 is equal to 4R, which is 20 is equal to 3R, R is equal to 20 divided by 3 kilo ohm. Okay, this will be the answer. Now moving on, let's again look at next question. This is the problem given to us with the option. So here RD is the resistance, 10 volt, current across this is ID, this point and this point is connected, gate and drain are connected. This is enhancement type MOSFET, you can see N channel. VTH is 2 volt given, RD is 1 kilo ohm, ID is equal to 4 milliampere. When RD is increased to 4 kilo ohm, then what will be the value of ID? That is what we have to tell. Okay, so if we will change the value of RD, what will be the effect on the value of ID? These are the 4 options: 1 milliampere, 1.4 milliampere, 2 milliampere, 2.8 milliampere. So we will quickly solve it. Okay, so now you will use the equation only. So the first thing what you can calculate is Vg value, that is now ID is given to us, RD is 1 kilo ohm and VTH is 2 volt. By using this, Vs is also 0, it is given to us. Vg is equal to Vd. These all things are given to us. Now clearly you can see Vd is equal to 10 minus Id Rd, output KVL I have applied. Okay, so if you look here, this is output KVL in this part. 10 minus Rd into Id, that will give Vd value, and which is same as Vgs, Vg. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So Vg and Vs is equal to anyway 0, so you can directly write Vgs is equal to Vg, that is 10 minus Id Rd. Okay, once you get the value of Vgs is equal to 10 minus Id Rd, you plug the value of Rd is equal to 1 kilo ohm and Id is equal to 4 kilo ohm, you will get a Vgs value of 6 volt. Okay, and Vth is anyway given to you 2 volts. So from here you will get the value of K by applying the values in the current equation. So Id is known, Vgs we have calculated now, Vth you have known, so you can calculate this parameter K. Okay, K will be 4 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 6 minus 2 whole square, 6 minus 2 whole square, 4 milliampere. From here you will get the value of K as 1 by 4 milliampere per volt square, and that is the reason the data given. Okay, now you have the value of K. Again you apply the same thing, but this time you use the value of Rd as 4 kilo ohm. Okay, so Rd is 4 kilo ohm, Id you don't know, Vgs you can calculate 10 minus 4k Id, take the Id in milliampere so that calculation will be easy. Plug the value of Vgs in Id equation, that is 10 minus 4 Id, this guy, and 2 is Vth, and the value of K what we have calculated here will be used here. Okay, so once you will plug everything, you will get the value of Id, but through this quadratic equation only you will get. Okay, so because it is a quadratic, so you will get 2 values and you have to check which one you have to take. Okay, so I'll erase it and I'll show you. Okay, so from here you can see that quadratic equation is Id square minus 4.25 Id plus 4 is equal to 0. From here you will get Id is equal to 2.84 milliampere and 1.40 milliampere, and from here you will calculate Vgs is equal to 10 minus 4.4 into 2.84 milliampere, that is minus 1.36 volt. And if you will calculate the Vgs from this current value, Vgs will come out to be 4.4 volt, that is 10 minus 4 into 1.4. So 4.4 is positive voltage, this is negative voltage. And since the MOSFET was enhancement type, we are taking it positive voltage. Okay, because the enhancement type MOSFET was given to us, so that is the reason what the answer will be 1.40 milliampere will be the answer for this question. Okay, so let's look at next question. So this is given to us circuit 1 mega ohm Ig current, Id current here, 8 milliampere current source is minus 15 volt, Vds is the voltage across this, Id current 1 kilo ohm resistor 15 volt. You have to calculate the potentials at Vs and Vds. This Vds you have to calculate and this Vs you have to calculate. Given quantities are IDSS is equal to 18 milliampere, pinch of voltage is minus 4 volt. This is a JFET. Okay, so I hope you got the question. Now let's look at the solution. So the ID value is given to us that 8 milliampere. Okay, which will be same here as well. Once you have the value of IDSS, pinch off voltage, you can calculate the value of VGS, okay, from this equation. So you plug the values 8 milliampere, 18 milliampere, minus 4, and you will get the value of VGS. Okay, so if you will see here, here you will get VGS value is equal to minus 1.33 volt and minus 6.67 volt. Equation will be quadratic, but we will choose one because we have to choose the one which has value of VGS which is 1 minute, yeah, which is threshold voltage, which is less than means I've written okay, I think I made a mistake here. It should be greater, actually this thing should be greater because it has to be in, this is the curve, right? So it has to be greater. In this side you have to select, but I've said in this side in this equation, so that is wrong. So you have to choose where you will have the value of VGS greater than VTH. Okay, so VTH value is, if you will see here, pinch off voltage is minus 4 volt. Minus 4 volt is given, which is this guy is greater in negative direction. In negative direction it is somewhere here. Okay, so you will choose this guy because this is minus 4. Okay, this is minus 4 volt, this point, and here it will be somewhere here minus 1.33. okay, so we will choose the 1.33 volt. Okay, now once you get the value of VGS, you have to calculate the value of VD and VS, VDS and VS. So IG is equal to 0, you can see, so the drop across RG will be 0, VGA will be 0, VGS will be VG minus VS, which is equal to minus VS. We have the value of VGS here, now it will become same as VS, so VS will be 1.33, just you will remove the minus sign. Okay, now if you will calculate the value of VD, that is applying the KVL at the output loop, that is at this part. So at this part you are applying 15 minus the drop across this resistance. That's what we have to do. Okay, so if you will see here, VD is equal to 15 minus 10 power 3 ID. This will give you 7 volts. VS is 1.33 volts, so VDS will be VD minus VS, that is 5.67 volts. Okay, so I hope you got the question. Now in the continuation, let's look at the another example as well, which is this guy. So if you will see, it is given this circuit. So 10 power 6 ohm 1 mega ohm ID into R, and then 3 kilo ohm, 5 kilo ohm, 16 volts. Pinch off voltage is minus 3 volt. IDSS is 2 milliampere. Okay, for the circuit, calculate the value of R when VD is equal to 12 volt. So this VD value is given to us. From here you can calculate the current. Once you calculate the current, you will be able to calculate the voltage across this. Okay, or you can say you can calculate the voltage across VGS, and once you get the value of VGS, you can calculate the value of R, since you know the value of current. Okay, that will be the approach. So let's look at this. So first we can calculate the current, that is 16 minus 12 divided by 5k, that is this voltage minus drop across this will be VD So you get the value of ID, that is 0.8 milliampere. Okay, so now if you will plug the value of ID in the equation of FET, you will get ID is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS divided by pinch of voltage whole square. So IDSS is 2 milliampere. This is what you have calculated from here, ID, and pinch of voltage is minus 3 volt, you can see here. So from here you will get the value of VGS. Okay, so moving on, you plug the value of everything and you will get the value of value of VGS. So this is minus 1.104 and this is minus 4.896. Our pinch of voltage, if you will see, is minus 3 volt, so it has to be greater than, so which is this guy, this is not, so we will choose minus 1.104 volt as VGS value. Okay, so once you will get the value of VGS, so IG will be 0, that is everyone knows. So the drop across this 10 to the power 6 ohm resistor will be 0. If you will apply KVL from S to G, you will get Vs minus ID into R minus Vg. Okay, Vs minus Vg will be equal to ID into R, minus VGS will be equal to ID into R. So what you will get, the value of R from here, if you will get, will be R is equal to minus of minus 1.104 divided by ID, that is 1.104 divided by 0.8 milliampere, which will give you 1.38 kilo ohm. Okay, so I hope you got the feel how to solve the questions related to FET biasing. Okay, and it gave you a clear picture of how to use the equation when the what kind of variables can happen in questions. Sometimes you have to calculate the value of resistances, sometimes voltages, sometimes you have to calculate the currents, depending upon the which kind of biasing is used, either self bias or fixed bias or voltage bias. So it is similar to what we have done in transistors only.